If you're searching for homes in Viera, Florida, you're probably seeing beautiful new construction, gated communities, resort-style amenities, golf carts, great schools, and a very polished master plan community. And honestly, a lot of that is real. But before you fall in love with the model home, there's a few things you need to understand about Viera: where the value really is, what kind of lifestyle you're buying into, what questions to ask about the HOA and the CDD fees, and whether Viera actually makes sense compared with nearby Melbourne, Sentry, Rockledge, and the beachside communities. So in this video, I'm going to break down what it's really like to buy in Viera, Florida if you're looking for a newer, planned community lifestyle. Viera sits in Brevard County on Florida's Space Coast, just west of I-95 and not far from Melbourne, Rockledge, Cocoa Beach, the beaches, and the Kennedy Space Center area. It is one of the most searched and talked about communities in the region because it offers something a lot of Florida buyers want: newer homes, planned neighborhoods, good access to shops and restaurants, outdoor amenities, and a cleaner, more organized feel than many older Florida suburbs. For buyers coming from places like New York, New Jersey, California, Illinois, Washington, D.C., or South Florida, Viera often feels like a sweet spot. You can get a newer home, more square footage, community amenities, and a slower pace without being completely disconnected from airports, healthcare, beaches, and daily conveniences. But the key question is not, is Viera nice? The key question is Viera the right fit for the way you actually want to live? And if you're researching a move here, I also have a private Facebook group called Moving to Brevard County, Florida. It's a place where people researching a move to Brevard County can ask questions, compare neighborhoods, learn from locals, and understand what Space Coast life really feels like. Just scan the QR code on the screen to join us there. People searching for Viera are usually looking for a few specific things. First, they want newer homes. A lot of buyers are tired of older roofs, dated layouts, small kitchens, chopped up floor plans, and major renovation projects. Viera is attractive because many homes are newer or built with modern layouts: open kitchens, larger primary suites, flex rooms, 3-car garages, outdoor living areas, and more energy efficient features. Second, buyers are looking for a planned community feel. Viera is not just one neighborhood. It is a collection of communities, villages, parks, commercial centers, trails, schools, medical offices, and amenities. That is a major part of the draw. You're not just buying a house, you're buying into an organized lifestyle. Third, people are searching for safety, schools, and a quality of life. Searches like, is Viera, Florida safe? Is Viera, Florida a good place to live? Are common because buyers want to know whether the area matches the reputation. For families, school zoning is often a major factor. For retirees and empty nesters, the question is more about healthcare, walkability, convenience, noise, traffic, and community feel. Fourth, there is the Space Coast factor. Viera gives you access to Melbourne, Cape Canaveral, Kennedy Space Center, Patrick Space Force Base, the beaches, and Orlando without feeling like you live in the middle of a tourist traffic every day. Move-up buyers in Viera are usually looking at a few different options. One option is a newer single-family home in a planned community. This could mean 3 to 5 bedrooms, open living space, a modern kitchen, a covered lanai, and community amenities. Depending on the specific neighborhood, age, lot, finishes, and market conditions, buyers may compare homes with upgraded kitchens, pools, waterfront or preserve views, and larger garages. Another option is new construction. This is one of Viera's biggest draws. Buyers love the idea of choosing finishes, getting a modern floor plan, and avoiding some of the repairs that come with older homes. But new construction is where you really need to slow down and look beyond the base price. The model home is not the base price. The lot premium, elevation, structural options, design center upgrades, appliance packages, pool, landscaping, window treatments, and closing costs can change the real number quickly. A home can live very differently by the time you price the version you actually want. A third option is lifestyle community, including active adult options like Bridgewater. These communities are popular with buyers who want amenities, social programming, low maintenance living, and a strong neighborhood identity. For some buyers, that is perfect. For others, the HOA structure and community rules may feel restrictive. So when you're shopping Viera, don't just ask, what is the list price? Ask, what is the total monthly cost? What does the HOA cover? Is there a CDD? What are the rules? And what will this home cost me after I make it the way I want it? The Viera lifestyle is probably the biggest reason people choose it. You have access to shopping, dining, grocery stores, medical care, parks, golf, community events, sports fields, and trails. The Avenue Viera is one of the area's better known shopping and dining spots, and the community has been built to make everyday life feel convenient. For people who want to be near the beaches but do not want to live beachside, Viera can be a practical middle ground. You can get to the ocean, but you're not dealing with the same level of salt air maintenance, flood concerns, bridge traffic, or beachside pricing. For buyers who work in Melbourne, the Space Coast Aerospace Corridor, healthcare, defense, tech, or remote jobs, Viera can also make sense logistically. It gives you a residential feel while keeping you connected to the parts of Brevard County where a lot of professional jobs and services are located. But here's the trade-off. Viera is polished, planned, and suburban. If you want old Florida character, funky downtown blocks, historic homes, big acreage, or a more eclectic feel, Viera may feel too controlled. That is not a criticism, it's just the truth. Some people love the clean, planned environment. Other people want more personality. If you're buying in Viera, there are 5 things I would pay close attention to. Number 1, HOA and CDD fees. These can be totally worth it if you use the amenities and like the community standards, but they matter. Do not compare 2 homes only by purchase price. Compare the full monthly payment. Number 2, school zoning. If school matters to you, verify the exact school assignment for the specific address. Do not rely on a listing blurb or an assumption based on the neighborhood name. Number 3, insurance and roof age. Florida insurance is a real part of the buying decision. Newer homes can be attractive because of a roof age and wind mitigation features, but you still want quotes early. Number 4, lot orientation and privacy. In planned communities, 2 homes with similar square footage can live very differently based on lot size, rear exposure, water view, preserve view, road noise, and how close the neighbors feel. Number 5, future growth. Viera is still growing. That can be positive because growth brings new amenities, businesses, and services, but it can also mean construction activity, changing traffic patterns, and a different feel over time. If you're buying in a newer section, ask what is planned around you. Viera is a strong fit for buyers who want newer construction, a clean master plan feel, convenient amenities, and a polished suburban lifestyle. It is especially attractive for move-up buyers who want more space, families who care about schools and sports amenities, professionals who want access to Melbourne and the Space Coast job market, and retirees or empty nesters who want an active, easy lifestyle without being directly on the beach. It may not be the best fit for you if you want maximum land, no HOA, a historic home, beachside walkability, or the lowest possible price per square foot in Brevard County. That is why the right strategy is not just touring pretty homes, it is matching your lifestyle to the right part of Viera, the right fee structure, and the right long-term ownership costs. If you're thinking about moving in Viera, Florida, do not start with the house. Start with the lifestyle, the neighborhood, the fees, and the long-term plan. If you want help comparing Viera communities, new construction options, resale homes, and nearby alternatives like Melbourne, Century, Rockledge, or beachside Brevard, reach out. I can help you narrow it down before you fly in, schedule tours, or fall in love with the wrong model home. And if you want more local guidance while you're planning your move, join my private Facebook group called Moving to Brevard County, Florida. Just scan the QR code on the screen to join, ask questions, compare neighborhoods, learn from locals, and get a better feel for the Space Coast life before you buy. I'll see you in the next video.